Hey guys, it's Jared again from 3stepmusclebuilding.com, and today we're going to be talking about specifically your nutrition program and how it relates to building muscle. Now, one of the biggest and classic and old adage things that they say you must do to build muscle is go on a bulking diet. Okay, this is one of the worst things you can do because a lot of guys tend to overeat. They think just because they're bulking up, quote unquote, that they can eat whatever they want and not have to worry about getting fat. Well, the truth is, you do have to worry about getting fat. That's just going to make it that much harder for when summertime comes to cut down and strip off all the body fat that you put on during the winter. Plus, your body's going to actually create new fat cells. This is called hyperplasia. And guess what? These new fat cells cannot go away. They can only shrink, but once your body creates these new fat cells, because you're overeating so much, they will not go away. They're there with you forever unless you get liposuction, which is usually not the answer to your problems. Now, here's the truth about protein catabolism. Protein catabolism is all about uh, your body breaking down protein, aka muscle tissue, to be used for fuel and energy. Now, this is one of the worst things that can happen inside your body. However, this usually does not happen unless you've been on some type of starvation diet for a long period of time. One of the old adages is you have to eat every 2 hours, you have to get your protein in all the time. That's not true at all. Trust me, you will not shrink, you will not lose muscle, and you may actually increase protein synthesis and increase insulin sensitivity. And this is because when your bloodstream is completely cleared of amino acids after you ingested some type of protein, your body is kind of like a sponge and it wants those amino acids again. So when you eat again, which is usually not every 2 hours, you cause a huge influx of amino acids in your system, which will help to spike protein synthesis and increase insulin sensitivity. So the old adage that you have to eat protein every 2 hours is not true. So you're not going to shrink, you're not going to lose muscle, you have nothing at all to worry about. In fact, you could eat 2 to 3 times per day and still build muscle and burn fat. Now, for pre-workout nutrition, the best thing that you can do is have a carbohydrate and protein beverage before. This is going to actually has been shown to increase protein synthesis by 200%. So more people are starting to believe that your pre-workout nutrition is more important than your post-workout nutrition. It's kind of like getting the body primed to be super anabolic and to start building muscle and to recover at a faster rate. Now, do you need a carb and protein beverage before you work out? Not necessarily. Again, that is the best thing you can do. You can have just a regular meal, or you can just have a protein beverage like a whey protein shake right before. That will still get the job done. However, the best type of thing you can do is have a carbohydrate, preferably simple carbohydrates, and a whey protein beverage before. Again, this is going to jack up insulin levels, which is extremely anabolic and great for building muscle, as well as increase your protein synthesis. Now, for your post workout nutrition, again, the best bet is to have a carbohydrate and protein beverage right after you work out, something that's going to be digested quite quickly and assimilated by the body in a time efficient manner. You can also have a solid meal. This is not a bad thing. However, your best bet is to have a carbohydrate and protein beverage. You want those nutrients fast. Your body's like a sponge during this time, so it's going to soak up whatever you give it. But this also depends on your goal. For example, if you want to lose fat, maybe having a carbohydrate and protein beverage is not your best bet. You might want to wait an hour or two and then maybe have a protein shake plus a good solid meal to enable your body to keep burning fat during that time, because once insulin levels are increased, lipolysis is basically shut off, and lipolysis just is a fancy way of saying your body is burning fat. But if your goal is to specifically build muscle, then have a solid meal or a carb and protein beverage after you work out. In fact, you can have a carbohydrate and protein beverage after you work out, and then maybe an hour or two later, have another carbohydrate and protein solid meal. Okay, guys, again, this is the last video in the entire series. Now, the nutrition aspect that I just went through is the basis behind rapid recharge. However, I did not go through everything. I didn't talk about protein fast days or carb cycling. These are important aspects to the entire three-step muscle building system, specifically step 3, which is known as rapid recharge, to enable you to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. And that's the basis of the entire program. You want to be able to build muscle, gain strength, break through your genetic plateaus without having to put on excess amounts of belly fat. So because you're here today, again, guys, you can get the entire three-step muscle building system below at the discounted rate of just a tiny investment of $39.95 today. It usually sells at $97 for the entire system, but you can only get it today for $39.95. Plus, I'll even throw in unlimited email coaching. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to send me an email about anything about the program and your own individual characteristics to help you build muscle even faster. Now, not many people will do this for you, but I'm willing to because I want to see you succeed and get results. So click the add to cart button below right now and let's get started in the brand new you together.